the time left for us to do the various newspapers. We have the Daily Graphic.
Yes, we do. We start off with the Daily Graphic newspaper. And yesterday, hard-working teachers. Well, I think most teachers, all teachers are hard-working, really. They put in a lot. But some of the teachers were awarded and the best teacher is on the front page of the Daily Graphic. She's 41. She teaches class 1. Her name is Miss Copson, and she's best teacher 2017. She teaches at the Richard Akwe Memorial Basic School in Accra. Miss Faustina Copson could not hide her joy when she was declared winner of the 2017 Best Teacher Award. And they say when she mounted the podium, she just said, "To God be the glory, great things he has done, greater things he will do." Those were the first words that came out of her mouth. She was really, really happy. So she got herself a 3-bedroom house. It's not a 3-bedroom house that's already sitting. She's supposed to identify where she wants the building put up for her. So it's a 3-bedroom house. 50,000 Ghana cedis life insurance cover from SIC Life, and a check for 80,000 Ghana cedis. Miss Agnes Nutako of the Model School in the Volta region, and Mr. Joseph Abusa of the Presbyterian Senior High School, Legon, were adjudged the first and second runners-up respectively. So Miss Nutako received a cash award of 110,000 Ghana cedis with an additional 30,000 life insurance cover. And then where's the last person? Mr. Abusa received a Hyundai iX35 salon car and a 20,000 Ghana cedis life insurance cover from SIC Life Insurance, and details of how the ceremony went down. Yeah. But I hope they don't just give them, you know, that's ceremonial check they give you. I hope they actually give them the real cash in no time.
Yeah, it will come.
In no time.
Real money.
Real quick.
Real money.
And we want to see the 3-bedroom house as well. But when you check out the front page of the Daily Graphic, it will tell you something that we're also discussing here on the show. Vodafone is coming up with something new. It's for all of us to wait patiently and find out at exactly 7:30 a.m. here on the show. So Vocacom to roll out digital address system, also another headline there, will protect Airtel Tigo customers according to the NCA. Ghana's money won't find way into my pockets, President's saying. But this is it. The future is exciting. Are you ready? The time is 7:30. Vodafone is on our show to tell us what this is about on the front page of the graphic this morning. But on the back page of the paper, police impound 4 containers of expired fish. Story says the Mile 7 Police Command has impounded 4 trucks, each carrying a 40-footer container loaded with suspected expired canned fish. Yeah, we call it sardine. The drivers of the trucks were arrested last Tuesday afternoon on suspicion that they were driving to an unknown location where the items would have been repackaged and sold to the unsuspecting public. According to the police, Dochisco Ventures, an Accra-based import company, imported the consignments. And so Kofi Dochi, I guess the owner of the company, the proprietor, and the 4 drivers who were arrested by the police have been granted police inquiry bail. Details of how this happened, the traders' accounts, the company's response, all captured here on the back page of the paper. But what's worrying, how come some people be so wicked? The products are already expired and you're carrying them to go and repackage and sell it to who? You don't care that your own family members could even be buying this and eating them. Sometimes it's hard to know what goes on in people's mind, but it's good that they've been arrested. We hope that the police actually gets to the bottom of this matter. But all the details in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Roland, I'm through.
All right, so we have the Ghanaian Times. It has on the front page, government promises big reward for teachers, and we know what really happened. Mrs. Faustina Copson, or Madam Faustina Copson, as the Ghanaian Times puts it, receiving her prototype building as a reward, and we know that she's supposed to identify where the building is supposed to be located, and it will be put up for her. We also have other stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. It says ex-President Mahama leads ECOWAS observer team to Liberia, and we know that the Liberian elections are just around the corner. It will be the first time in
10th of October.
30 to 40 years that Liberia is having a transition, if they're able to do it successfully from one government to the other. And we know that that country had been rocked. Remember, the last time they held the elections, I was there. I was in that country, I remember. We also have Stoneboys, arrest causes pandemonium in Ashaiman. And I will use countries well judiciously according to the president. But on the back page, we have Starlets target win against Colombia as under-17 World Cup begins. You don't pretty much follow the junior levels World Cup. So let me see where it's starting. A game at the Jawal Nehru Stadium. When is it starting? Don't know. Can't find it here. Okay. See, TSIR inaugurates 80 kilowatts solar power project in Kumasi, KZI. And we'll do the finder.
Of course we will. This story in the graphic also finds its way here in the finder. Story about the 4 containers of rotten canned fish, but it's rotten sardines impounded. Consignment cleared from Tema Port on September 30, 2017. When you're clearing goods from the ports, they're not interested in checking whether something is expired or not. Because this
I think the standard boats and everybody out there, I don't know whether the FDA is supposed to be there. This
actually found its way into town.
Yeah. Somebody may have done something.
Wow. Class 1 teacher adjudged 2017 National Best Teacher. MTN Foundation awards scholarship to 20 teachers. Electricity for all by end of my tenure. Oh, so the president seemed to be promising to get electricity across the entire country. That's story on page 6. Let's see a bit of that for you in the paper. But it says by end of my tenure. So, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has pledged government's commitment to ensuring universal access and coverage of electricity to all parts of Ghana by the end of his tenure. Addressing the Lara Traditional Council on the second day of a 7-day tour of the 3 northern regions, President Akufo-Addo was not happy that, quote, the Upper West region, like the 2 other regions of the north, are the most disadvantaged when it comes to electricity coverage and access is concerned. This year, 2017, and next year, 2018, 106 communities in the Upper West are going to be connected to the national grid, unquote. And the quotes where he pledges, I guess, the pledge I have given is that by end of my term, there will be universal access to electricity to all parts of Ghana, including the Upper West region, unquote. Other stories in the paper as well. Telecom's chamber appoints Kenneth Ashibe as new CEO. So that story, it was in the graphic yesterday, finds its way in the finder as well. So he's no longer the MD of the Daily, no, not the Daily Graphic, but the Graphic Group Communication. So NCA Audit Committee inaugurated as well. Also another story here. 5-member Audit Committee mandated to ensure proper and effective financial management practices at the National Communications Authority has been inaugurated at the NCA Tower in Accra. This is in accordance with the provisions in Section 86 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016, which requires that all government institutions establish audits committees. All right, there are many more stories in the finder that you'll find interesting when you grab the newspaper later this morning.
Next, let's look at the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide has on front page, bombshell, NDC 1.2 billion cuts down to $4 million. Okay, so the story is just about, is it Gibbs? And a project, we're told, it says the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has revealed how the Mahama-led NDC government contract worth about 4.6 billion Ghana cedis, that's $1.2 billion, is going to be executed by President Akufo-Addo's administration for less than $4 million dollars. It talks about a contract awarded to Sipton Switch Systems Limited under Dr. Abdul Nashiru Isahaku, who resigned not too long ago. And apparently, they said now they're going to execute the contract for $4 million dollars, so to speak. We have other stories there. The story about the rotten mackerel or the sardines impounded out of Fanko, finding their way on the front page of the Daily Guide. I won't chop your cash, Nana. talking about the president. Well, let's go to the center spread. Usually I like going there. Center spread has a story. You get to the center spread of the Daily Guide newspaper. It has a story about embarking on solo projects in group bad. That is Reggie and Bowley. Reggie Zippy.
Reggie and Bowley.
Reggie Zippy and Bowley.
Bowley.
Yeah, Reggie and Bowley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Reggie and Bowley.
When they were contesting UK Got Talent and the rest of those ones. And
the X Factor.
the X Factor.
Yeah,
first they contested the UK Got Talent. They didn't go up beyond their normal audition, and then it went to the
I think what a lot of people associate them with is the X.
Yes, the X Factor. It's where they made their name, and they really had some good songs there. I'm a fan of them though, so I always have their songs on my phone and all that. Ibrahini to launch 30th anniversary, but we're told that there's a beauty queen Mamavi in South Africa, who is South African but a Ghanaian originally. 30 years, and she'd been a number of the beauty queens across, represents South Africa across, but and she organized a big party at one of the plush hotels.
How do you know the story?
Huh?
How did you know the story?
Oh, I read the story. Yeah, so it's there. So if you just want to have a feel of the story, please make sure that you get to the news one leaflet of the Daily Guide, and you have some interesting highlights to look at.
Let's do the Daily Dispatch. Boniface Sadiq's honest advice to party foot soldiers. He says, politicians eat and drink together, so do not fight for them. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. They eat and drink together. Go to
Sorry,
Parliament.
we're looking at the finder, so don't worry. I'm sure we'll put the finder there for the dispatch there
Go
for you
to
very
Parliament later this morning, where they've got their coffee lounge, and you'd see them eating together.
Yeah.
That's a good place to see
Sorry,
them
again,
eat
the paper
together.
we looked at is the dispatch. Sorry that it's not on your screen.
So that's it for the Daily Dispatch. What's making front page headline in the
And that'll be the last paper, really.
Yeah.
Then we go jumping onto the screens to look at the various online portals. We'll start with myjoyonline.com pretty soon, and we'll look at what really is happening on myjoyonline.com. We'll go to the homepage, but through it all, you can get interactive on Facebook, JoyNews on TV. We're streaming live there, so it's fortunately good for us. Just in case you want to watch us, you have enough bundle to watch us. Yeah.
Okay, myjoyonline.com. I'm not sure I can entirely see the words.
All right, so we have NDC will turn to Facebook if Radio Gold Munti FM is shut down. Lotte Jacobs. Former Maslock CEO refutes spurious, baseless claims about her tenure. And then we also have GRA impounds 100 vehicles over duty evasion. Ready to do more. Okay. Class 1 teacher adjudged 2017 National Best Teacher. Allow us to work in freedom, not jobs GES, Education Ministry. Ronaldo sells Ballon d'Or trophy to support charity. Ronaldo has reportedly raised some 600,000 Ghana cedis. Sorry, 600,000 is it euros or pounds? 6,000 euros. And government disburses over 1 billion Ghana cedis for stalled road projects. And Adon praise 2017 Steve Crown's arrival seals A-list gospel stars. Okay. But we have other stories on the page. CJ, that's the Chief Justice, closed and dilapidated court structures. And then we have other stories also on the myjoyonline.com page. So we go to City FM. And on City FM, we have mining ban may be extended by 3 months. Assurances to PU. That is the Public Utilities Workers Union must be documented. That's Mutawakilu, raising some concerns there. And we'll deal with fertilizer smugglers Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is the president of the republic. A new Maslog boss lying to tarnish my image. That's former CEO. Okay.
All right, let's do the BBC page. This is the Africa page of the BBC. U.S. soldiers killed in ambush in Niger. Did we see the story yesterday? Yes, we did. Germany studies African human skulls. SA actor told he wasn't black enough. Ooh. Cedric Forey tells local media he wants to sell himself as a multi-dimensional actor. And I guess it's revealing where he started from and the phases that he had to go through. That's where he mentions this issue about he being told he wasn't black enough, maybe for a certain role. And there's some highlights. Nigeria probes $26 billion oil deals. Mugabe death. Pastor in courts blow. Nigerian senators investigate state of oil firm. Pastor who predicted Mugabe's death fails to get charges dropped, amongst other stories on the Africa page of the BBC. And this is it for us, really, for the review, Roland?
Yeah.